What's going on, people? EQA Nostalgia here, and I've decided to take a brief break from Metal Gear Solid 5. I know I'm kind of swarming that shit on my channel lately. I've got back-to-back videos, so I said, what the fuck, let's do something Socom related here. So let's talk about cheaters. Something that I haven't really talked about much on this channel. I've talked about it a little bit here and there, but let's make an entire video about it, because fucking reasons, that's why. Cheaters! Those fucking douchebags that continually pushed me from each SOCOM title into the next. It wasn't even that I wanted to move on from SOCOM 1 into SOCOM 2, or from SOCOM 2 into SOCOM 3, as much as cheaters were pushing me out and into the next game. Because if I'm remembering this accurately, it might just be me. But when I first played SOCOM 1, there was pretty much no cheating going on. Not that I could see. It wasn't really blatant in your face. Yeah, we had fucking douchebags that would crawl into the corners of the map and get down into a glitch and glitch through the wall. And I remember in Death Trap there was this one area where you could walk through the wall. People did that shit, but they were usually voted out because it was really easy to do that. Some people probably had lag switches and it wasn't so easy to discern what was going on because, let's face it, the servers for at least SOCOM 2 were pretty crappy. You know, I mean, it was the early console days of online gaming, so it was a little shady. People would all of a sudden be in back of you, and then you'd hear like a brrr, and you die. And that shit would happen all the time. And I remember when it first started to happen to me, I was like, oh, it's just server lag. And then later on, I heard about the magic switch users. The guys who use lag switches and shit to get kills. Because for some fucking reason, that's, I don't know, I don't know how that's fun. I guess that's fun to people. I liked owning people and knowing that I completely and totally fucking owned them. When I used a sniper rifle and shotgun someone, it felt great. Even getting a sniper kill period in SOCOM felt great because it just felt like more than your average kill because it took more skill to get that shot off. Killing someone with a fucking handgun, which I referred to as pistol whipping someone. Pistol whipping a bitch. I used to love doing that shit. I would run through Frostfire with my SP-10 and I'd just shoot everybody. And you could just feel them getting frustrated. Like, he just killed me with a handgun. I must really suck. And you know, you would just completely own their ass. And that was fun to me. So fucking cheating, I never understood that shit. But let's get back on topic here. I'm kind of drifting away. SOCOM 1, I remember taking a brief break from SOCOM 1 to get into EverQuest Online Adventures, which became like digital crack to me. That's, you know, pretty much the reason why I started my channel. That is the reason. But at any rate, I played that like religiously for probably like a month straight, maybe a little bit longer. And then I came back to SOCOM 1, and there were these people called Skywalkers. You probably remember them. They were fucking just kind of hopping around the sky, going killing you. That's all I remember hearing when I'd go into the room. As soon as you entered the room, that's all you would hear. And it was the most annoying fucking sound in the world. Forget about Dumb and Dumber. That was the most annoying sound in the world. Because you knew, fuck, I got into a room with one of these little fucking douchebags hopping around the sky and burst killing everybody with their infinite ammo and single shot kills. So that shit came down like a fucking hammer on top of everybody's head. But right around that time, SOCOM 2 came out. So I said, oh, you know what, I'll just move on to SOCOM 2. And I did so reluctantly because I really liked SOCOM 1. I was really into it. I was a big fan of Rat's Nest. They fucked up Rat's Nest in SOCOM 2. I don't care what anybody says. They fucked it up. I didn't like the fact that it was nighttime. They fucked up Abandon. It was nighttime. Two maps that I really, really liked. So I moved on reluctantly. I didn't like the fact that it took longer to kill people at first. I didn't like that. I started to get into it more because for me, I felt it was more fun to have those longer dogfight battles. But let's be fair, everybody was pissed off at first about that. Pretty much everybody didn't like the fact that the hit detection in the game was just fucking garbage. It wasn't without its problems. I think a lot of people forget that. SOCOM 1 and 2 and 3, they all had problems. All games have problems. So after a while, I settled in. I'm like, all right, this is cool. I can do this. And that's when my cousin hopped on board. He didn't really play SOCOM 1. Only when I brought my PlayStation over to his house. He got SOCOM 2 when he initially got his PlayStation 2. That's when he pretty much had his hopping on point. So that was like the golden age for me, because that's when I got to play with him the most before he passed away. And then the cheating started to get more and more pervasive. I don't know if that's the proper word to use. It started to become more pronounced in Socom 2. And then lo and behold, Socom 3 was coming out. So, okay, I guess I'll move on to Socom 3. You know, I don't like the vehicles, I don't like the larger maps. I'll just stick to the smaller maps. And what the fuck? How come the grenades bounce around like fucking crazy? How come the grenades don't feel right? Oh, David Sears didn't work on this game. That's why it doesn't feel quite as similar. It's trying to compete with fucking Halo. But you know what? I had fun with the small maps and Citadel and shit like that. I remember Fault playing the crazy lab coat lady. I had fun. I'm not gonna fucking lie, guys. I had fun with it. Not as much fun as I did with Socom 2 or Socom 1. But I moved on, and that's what I did. And then cheaters started to come into Socom 3. And then I believe they tried to like push that back. They gave a little bit of a fight to that. Correct me if I'm wrong. When Combined Assault came out, if you moved on to Combined Assault, you could still play the older maps, but the cheating wasn't as big of a deal. It's been a while, I don't remember. But basically at that point, after Combined Assault came out, I was done. I stopped. I didn't play Confrontation. I didn't play Socom 4 until about a month before each one were shut down. I was like, fuck, I need to pick these up and at least get a review out there for people and check it out. And I did have some fun with Confrontation, but there were cheaters. Fucking cheaters everywhere. And okay, fine, yeah. Online gaming has cheaters. That's just the way that shit works. I get it. But with Socom, it was like a runaway train where the cheaters just took shit over. Like completely. It was the worst cheating. Maybe it's because it's the most online gaming I've ever really played. But it was the most cheating I've ever experienced in my life, dude. The fucking cheaters in the Socom series. They didn't single-handedly destroy the series, but they did not do any fucking favors to it at all. I remember getting even the fucking PSP Socoms, Fireteam Bravo 2, I think is where I hopped on with that. And I remember as soon as I got the game, because I got it late, I didn't get it when it first came out. As soon as I got that fucking game, people were cheating. The first game I got into, people were crawling through the walls and doing all sorts of shady fucking shit. Fucking cheaters ruined Socom. Yes, they did. They did. Not single-handedly, like I said, but they fucked shit up, dude. And guess what? The reason why I'm here today is that they're still fucking doing it. There's still no-lifer pieces of shit getting on X-Link, fucking cheating. To this day. We're talking about grown-ass men here. We're not talking about, okay, this was 2003. A lot of people were teenagers or younger. Whatever. They're immature. I was in my 20s when I first started playing Socom. I was like exactly 20 when it came out. Okay. I'm in my 30s now. I'm 33 fucking years old. And there's still guys that are cheating on X-Link. And that's sad for more than one fucking reason. That's not just sad because you're a grown-ass man and you still have to fucking cheat because you're a pussy-ass little bitch. What's also sad about it is that you went through the time to hook up X-Link, which it's not exactly hard to do, but it's a pain in the fucking balls. You most likely had to go out and get another PlayStation 2 and a copy of the game because that shit probably didn't survive all these years. My shit did. I still got a lot of my original shit, but, you know. At any rate, most people had to go out and get a network adapter and get everything again because it had been years. So you went out, you did all that shit, you hooked up X-Link just to fucking cheat. And I've played X-Link probably for about 10, 15 hours max. I haven't played it that much, to be honest. I don't want to really get into it until I get a video capturing device and figure out how to work that shit so I can bring it to the channel. I want to go through and play all the single player again. I want to go through and do all that shit. So that is coming. I don't know when, but I've kind of held off for that reason alone. And I haven't personally seen anybody cheating, not that I could acknowledge. If they were doing it really sly. No one has been jumping around in the air doing crazy shit. But yeah, I'm hearing from a lot of people on, especially the TRS forums, that it's happening. It's still fucking happening years later. People are still cheating on Socom 2. And if you're cheating on Socom 2, you are so fucking sad. Like, your whole life, everywhere you walk, there's just like a tiny violin playing for you because you're so fucking sad. I don't know, man. It's just what the fuck. Grow up, you know. I don't see it that much in games. If I do see it, I don't know I'm seeing it because it's so sly. People that cheat now, they're usually doing it to where you can't really tell they're doing it. Most of the competitive shooters I play, I get killed and I'm like, oh, he's just better than I was. Oh, fucking well. And most of it's respawn anyway, so it doesn't matter. I mean, like, let's face it, 99.9% of it is respawn, so it doesn't really matter. And yeah, it's just Socom. The cheaters in Socom are the worst I've ever seen in my life, and it still goes on to this fucking day. To this day, it's not bad enough that the game has been, completely fucking forgotten and abandoned, but you have to fuck with the people that are just clinging on to that last little bit of nostalgia that they have left. These people that get on X-Link, they just want to fucking remember the old days and have some fun. They want to play a real fucking shooter and not some Call of Duty garbage. And you gotta bust their balls. You're a piece of fucking shit if that's what you do. And yeah, I had to get that out there. Every now and then I like to put out a rant video because I know people like to hear me complain. I don't know why, but they like to hear me swear and get all fired up. If you're a cheater, you're a fucking douchebag. I've even heard shit about people being DDoS attacked. I don't know much about all that, but I've heard people have had issues to where they can't even log back in because they've attacked their IP. All sorts of fucking crazy shit. Rooms getting locked down. And I do remember Confrontation. There were people that would come in and it would freeze up the whole fucking room and boot everyone out. I do remember that happening. I'd be sitting there going, why the fuck did everything freeze up? And you get back on and everybody's like, there's a fucking cheater in the fucking room, just froze the whole fucking game. Piece of shit. So yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. Fucking cheaters, suck a bag of dicks. I'm EQA Nostalgia. I thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all in my next video.